thank God for nothing else outside of himself, my family, kids, my health. I thank him for Afterpay, Klarna, Zip, Shop 4, whatever you want to call it. Because, baby, that's done got me through some time.
I'm never going to burn my bridges with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. I'm going to pay them before my car note, my light bill, my water bill, rent. Any other bill can wait. But those, we are forever besties. Okay? I'm never burning that.
You ever wonder where all this disposable income is coming from that people are spending?
Woo! More money, more money! Ah!
Let's get into the world of Afterpay, and I'm going to show you exactly where they're getting it. What it look like TV.
I am back! What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. And it feels good to be back at home. I'm out of Mexico. I'm back at home in the studio. It feels good. And we're going to get into these Afterpay apps, or what us old school people know as layaway. All this is new and improved layaway for 2025. And instead of you being able to apply it at one store, you can apply it everywhere. And right now, people are living and swearing by Afterpay. And in no way am I trying to shame anybody for using these services. But it's just like with everything else in life. It's how you use it, because you don't ever want to become dependent on basically paying an extra fee on everything you buy. Because right now, it's a lot of people that swear by Afterpay.
If you one of them people that you ballin' and you always got it, that's good, but this ain't for you, so keep scrolling. I want to talk to them people who done fell on some hard times, who done been a part of the struggle, who got a testimony that when you get it, it's a blessing. This is for you. Baby, if I don't thank God for nothing else outside of himself, my family, kids, my health, I thank him for Afterpay, Klarna, Zip, Shop 4, whatever you want to call it. Because, baby, that's done got me through some time. Baby, that's done got me through back to school. That's done got me through birthdays. That's done got me through Christmas. That's done got me on some bills. That's done helped me out. Hey, can I get an amen for them people who can testify that Afterpay and Klarna and Zip then got you through some situations? Because if you don't know, baby, when you down on your luck and you looking at your refrigerator and them kids hungry and you looking at your bank account and the math ain't mathing, don't you know that you can Afterpay a Walmart gift card? Did you know that if you got Klarna and your available balance is enough, you can go through their app and pay a bill? See there? Y'all be trying to act all bougie like y'all too good. Baby, I'm an Afterpay queen, Klarna queen.
Could you not yell at me right now?
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm no mathematician, but if you're paying an extra percentage on all of your purchases pretty much because you keep going back and utilizing this service, the service is hurting you more in the long run than it's helping you. It may appear like it's helping you, but anytime that you have to use these apps repeatedly over and over and over again, they got you.
Gotcha, bitch!
And they're hurting you more than they're helping you. But a lot of people just don't see that.
So you mean to tell me y'all limit with Klarna is $5,000? I even seen somebody said theirs is $10,000. Somebody said their account with Affirm is at $15,000. What? Y'all, I did not know they went over $1,000. I thought it was just like some shit you can do when you ain't got no money. I'm really new to Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, like all of that. I didn't know they offered so many limits. I didn't even know we can buy so much stuff, y'all, like, because most of my limits was $500 or $600. Hell, my highest credit card with Discover is $2,000. I had a $3,000 credit card limit with Capital One, but that's another story. So y'all mean to tell me these pay in full installment plans are better than credit cards? Baby, when I say I gotta get off of TikTok, like y'all I just got out of my little dick. Y'all, ooh. When I tell y'all I learn something new every single day.
Don't try to keep up with me, because if you ask me, can we go on a trip, I'm going to say yeah every time. Every time, because I use Klarna, Afterpay, Zip, PayPal, all the things. I got unlimited funds when it comes to those apps. So be safe and responsible. Don't text me asking me anything, because we're going to be outside.
She's not alone. She's not the only person that thinks that she has unlimited funds because she can borrow from these apps at a high percentage rate.
I'm rich, bitch!
And it's a little crazy right now because people are actually using these apps, these buy now, pay later apps, to pay their bills. How are you going to try to make a bill out of your bill? Some of this stuff just isn't making sense anymore.
So do y'all utilize your pay in store option with Afterpay and Zip Pay? So did y'all know y'all can turn this Afterpay into cash? If you need some extra cash to pay your rent, your mortgage, or your car note, come on, baby, let me talk to you. So listen, you're going to go in the store and you're going to get a gift card that allow you to put at least $50 to $500 on one gift card. You can get them from the Dollar General stores, Target, Walgreens, Family Dollar, etc., etc. Now, don't worry about the $3.99 activation fee. Our goal is to get this bill paid, okay? So you're going to go to the app and you're going to go to Pay in Store and then create a one-time digital app, okay? And make sure you create that card for the amount you need. So if you need $500, do it for $500. If you only need $400, do it for $400. And make sure you add the activation fee, okay? The best part about it, Afterpay is only going to charge you a fourth of it. So if you take out $505, you will only have to pay about $127.50 maybe. So go ahead and make sure you finish the transaction, okay? And then you can also take it to Walmart, and then you can get you a money order, and then you can deposit the money to your account. And that way you'll have $500 in cash.
Did you get the virtual Visa card where you go in and put the amount that you need and then you put your credit card number in the app? You don't ask them to take a firm. Then you go into the screen where you make a payment like with your debit card and you use the credit card number instead. And then you pay a firm. Nobody told y'all to call and ask them, do you take a firm? They don't need to know what you're doing. All they need to know is that they're being paid. Find the virtual Visa. Type in electric bill or the name of the company, put the amount that you need, take that Visa over to the online center and put the credit card number in. Or give them the credit card number over the phone. They don't need to know that it isn't a firm. Thank you and have the day you deserve.
They getting people left and right. A lot of these creators think that these apps don't know what they're doing and getting these store cards and then cashing them in for cash. They think that they're being sneaky, but these apps know exactly what they're doing and they're just turning a buck off you. And the proof of it is now even the little credit card apps are coming up with Afterpay. Now Cash App has Afterpay, the Chime card has Afterpay. All these services now are offering Afterpay because they see how profitable it is.
Honey, Chime is updating. Not only can I overdraft and don't get penalized, but honey, they didn't give me a $500 loan and they didn't update their app. That green shiny look, honey, it's giving. If you ain't checked it out, check it out. Love you, bye.
First, I learned I can borrow money with Cash App. Then I thought I couldn't make the payments once I borrowed the money. But I've been borrowing and paying and borrowing and paying. They gave me an increase. I've been borrowing, paying. Now, Cash App got this feature, y'all. Hold on, let me shrink myself. Baby, do you see that? Pay over time with Afterpay? What? So I'm like, nah, I don't need that because if I got the money, I'm just going to pay for what I got and let it be that. But I'm like, hold on. This comes in handy. This almost like Afterpay, Scissor, Arnold, and them other processing systems. Because what? We need this. So y'all got this option. And this is not even the best part. While when I went, it was like, it showed me the purchases that I made recently. And it was like, you can get $40-some back and pay, you know what I'm saying, over time for the amount that you already paid. I'm like, what? I already didn't pay this shit. If I click confirm, they is literally gonna give me a good portion back of my money that I spent at the store. And the rest that's due, I can pay that over time. They done started something. Just add me onto the collection. Cause baby, till something give and take off, I'm gonna make work for me. Call it what you want.
Y'all, I done got addicted to Cash App Afterpay. Like the notification came to my phone one day, and I've been using it ever since. And I think I got about 3 of them already. I know I got one of them from the gas station when I had paid for my gas, so it let me borrow from it. I went to Walmart, buy some groceries, it let me borrow from it. And then I went to Walmart another time, it let me borrow from it. And I'm just like, I wouldn't have used it, but I'm on my debt payoff journey, and I'm working on paying off my last credit card that's open. And I was like, I can utilize this Afterpay or whatever. And I already have 2 Klarnas. No, I have 1 Klarna and 1 Affirm. So I got my last payment, and those will be paid off. But I'm just like, how I done got addicted to Cash App Afterpay. Like, I ain't gonna never get out of debt.
And now they're all addicted.
Yes. So now I'm gonna start charging.
Like I said, man, each one of these money transfer services is offering some sort of Afterpay. And if you use Chime, anybody out there use Chime, be careful, man, because it's a whole bunch of scams linked to Chime. It's a whole bunch of people out there getting scammed with this Chime app. I don't know what's going on with the Chime card, Chime app. Be careful if you have one.
Bro, it never fails. It just never fails. Just when you think it can't get worse, more things happen. Somebody made a bank account with my name, bro. With my social, with my email, and that's how I got notified. The email was like, thank you for sending $491 to so-and-so. Thank you for sending $1 to so-and-so. I'm like, I ain't sent money to nobody. I'm working right now, so I can't even check all of my accounts to see if they took money from me and was sending it to people. Bro, has any of you guys ever had your identity stolen? Identity theft like crazy right now. Like, what do I do? Like, what the world?
Like I said, man, I don't know what's going on with Chime. It's either people are having money stole out their accounts, or Chime is straight up taking their money. So be careful, like I said.
March 17th, 2024, Chime took $500 out of my account. I'm going to sit and let that sink for a minute. For those of you who have Chime and think, oh, this isn't going to happen to me, but you keep seeing it, I said the same thing. So the following Monday, I get a hold of him, and the first supervisor that I spoke with was like, yeah, like there's nowhere showing that money would have went. Let me get that credited to your account while we do your investigation. He's like, it should be available immediately, but it can't take up to 5 business days, which is typical. Like, that's fine, cool, whatever. Even though it should have been available immediately. So I wait the 5 business days, and I give him a call back, literally a week later, because it would have been on a Friday. So I give him a call on that Monday, and I get a different supervisor this time. I should note that supervisor told me that he put notes in my account for like what's going on, and that to him it didn't look right either. I will also note that there was no transactions in my bank statement where this money would have went in any way, shape, or form. Like, it was literally just gone. And so I called back, and I talked to a different supervisor, and she's like, well, this transaction was doubled, or this transaction was doubled. And I was like, okay, well, that's absolutely impossible. There is no transaction stating that. The last transaction in that bank account says how much I went to bed with. So, like, before I went to bed, I had so much, and I woke up with less. And I was like, that's how much it's stating. And so I'm waking up this morning, it's just gone, there's no transactions. Like, I scrolled through everything, trying to find it, there is no transaction. And I thought I told her, furthermore, I just had a baby on March 4th. I'm still recovering from a C-section, so the card's really not getting used. We literally went to Walmart once, maybe twice. And there is those 2 transactions from Walmart, and that is it, minus like the Dollar General, like little places like that. I was like, but overall, there's no double charges, there's none of the exact same amount, like in any, at all, there's just not. And she's like, well, it's this, that, whatever, and then hung up on me. So I let it go for the day. Like, hormones were bad. I was trying not to lose my cool. I was trying to at least be somewhat polite, because I don't want to have like a thing like, oh, don't speak with her, we're not helping her. So I was trying to keep my cool. So, and I gave it a couple days, and I called back. Actually, I think I gave it another week, if not like 3 days, somewhere in there. And I called back, and this one had the audacity to tell me, well, the Michigan gas utilities took it twice. And I'm like, no, it didn't. Like, there is no transaction once stating that they took it twice, and if they would have took it twice, then it would have been credited off the bill that we just received, and it definitely was not. And they're like, well, that's exactly what it was, and so we're, the ticket has been closed, there's nothing else we can do.
And so like I go over and I double check like our gas bill. I look over it just to make sure, and it was not credited, meaning it was not taken twice. There was not the transaction in my account that it was taken again, and anything in between, like it just wasn't there. And so I like give it a little bit, and then I call back. Like I'm rotating kind of like throughout the chat and through on the phone. But by this time I learned that chat really can't do anything. They're just gonna tell you to get a call back. 1 second, baby. They'll just tell you to get a call back. So I give them a call back, and this time, like, I'm done. Like, I'm absolutely heated. I'm fed up. I'm done being lied to. I'm done with BS. Like, that $500 covers 3 of our bills, if not 4, like, depending on the year, how warm it was at the time. Oh, excuse me. And so I'm like, I'm still polite. Like, I still, like, have that polite customer service, because I know it's not, like, the customer service's fault. But I'm, like, more aggressive. Like, we're going to figure out what's going on, and we're going to figure it out now. Like, I don't have time to be playing games. Like, my money is my money. And she's like, well, we can just close your account. It doesn't matter. There's nothing we can do because, like, you were told last time you called, your ticket was closed. So I'm like, okay, well, then we need to reopen the ticket and get it figured back out. Like, it shouldn't have been closed in the first place because there was no resolution. There's something going on. And so we are sitting at May 18th or May 19th, whatever today is. I sent an email over yesterday. I should have done that to begin with, but I sent an email over. And the email literally says the same thing that the chat does, that you have to talk to somebody pretty much on the phone or they just close your ticket if it wasn't resolved. Excuse me. This is now affecting literally kind of everything because that is money just vanished. In like, luckily my spouse makes good enough money where like, the bills are paid, but we still need that $500. We have 4 kids in total. Like, it's not just, a bank's not just gonna take my money and be like, oh, it's okay, there's nothing we can do. It was not us. It full on was Chime taking money out of my account. I wasn't gonna bring this to TikTok because I already posted it all over Facebook. I've signed my name with the class action lawsuit bullshit. There was obviously a lot of events like contacting that happened between us, but those were the majority ones that like are like staking and starting to set me off. I'm bringing it to TikTok because whenever we bring stuff to TikTok, it actually gets resolved. But I need to know what to do because Dallas, please stop. For being 2 months, this is absolutely ridiculous. It should 30 days max. 30 days for getting money resolved in a bank. I give it 30 days max. Do your investigation, whatever you gotta do. Like, I don't care. But we are past 60 days. We are past 60 days of Chime taking money out of my account and fighting me to refund it and blaming on everybody but themselves except for that very first supervisor that I spoke with. So, what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm literally doing everything that I can in my power that I am able and allowed to do to figure out what's going on. I don't know if there's a corporate that I'm not finding that I can talk to. If there's a different email of somebody that I can talk to. Like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know if I should just file disputes with whatever charges they're claiming were doubled, even though they weren't on my end in any way, shape, or form. What the fuck do I do? I just need answers. I need, if anybody knows of any other email or a different phone number that I can try and contact somebody, if there's a higher up corporate than the number that we are given as Chime, like, members, anything. Because it's affecting everything right now, and it needs to get resolved sooner than later. And at this point, I'm just done waiting. I'm done. I need answers, like, 2 months ago.
Like I said, be careful with Chime, but it's not just Chime, because these apps aren't actual banks. They're just apps. The customer service is spotty. A lot of times you can't even talk to a human, so they could do whatever they want with your money, actually.
All right, Afterpay, y'all getting beside yourselves. Anybody who has Afterpay, please listen to this. I open my app just to check, my balance, see if I want to buy a little something. And something pops up where it says, oh, reset your payments on a preferred day. First of all, bitch, no. How are you going to change the settings to the preferred day that you want to get paid when it's already set up once I make my first payment? And also, every time you make a payment, make sure you turn off auto pay if you don't want auto pay. It's automatically put on every time you make a purchase through Afterpay. Afterpay, y'all really playing setting a preferred day for when y'all get paid. No, that's easily turned off. If you don't want that, y'all turn it off. And y'all always get y'all money on time from me, at least. Why I got to suffer? Now let me go on and buy something real quick.
It's totally unfair for them to switch her payment date, but those are the type of things you can do when it's your app and you have no oversight. And that's what everybody has to recognize out there. It's their app and they don't have any oversight, so they could do whatever they want.
Well, I'm the boss. Head honcho. El numero uno.
She's lucky it wasn't 2 or 3 payments missing. But anyway, man, moving right along, as you can tell, I don't even have to get into this next part. You had to see it coming. If they giving this money out willy-nilly to anybody and everybody, it's people out here that's taking this money and running off and not paying not one payment. And it come out that the one app, Klarna, they was about 120 million, 100 million in the hole after the first quarter.
Man, y'all ruin anything. Anything. You don't understand how much I use Klarna. I pay mine back. I pay mine back because I know. Look. We ain't got too many programs or financial programs out there like that where you can just pay now. Well, buy now, pay later. Then y'all gonna ruin that by not even paying it back? By not even paying it back? 136 mil. Y'all was running up a tab and saying, hell no, I ain't paying that. Hell, watch. Now, they gonna start needing credit checks for this. Cause y'all done messed it up. They gonna start having credit checks just for a little. But look, if y'all gonna file for bankruptcy, let me know so I can run up my tab too. If y'all gonna file for bankruptcy, let me know so I can run up my tab too and I ain't gotta pay it back.
Told you, man, they mad. And you wanna know who else mad? The owner of these apps. All the investors in these apps, because you know the big guys love to make money off the little guy. So these investors in these apps are pissed off that the little guy is running off with the money. So you know they had to make some changes. So if you use Afterpay and you an avid user, you better make sure that you're paying your bill on time, because they're going to start using this to charge against your credit. Because they're going to make you people pay, or they're going to make you pay back. They're going to make you pay one way or another.
Well, would you look at here? Buy now, pay later will now factor into your credit score after Klarna reported over $130 million in unpaid customer debt. It was only a matter of time. Like, I saw this coming a few miles away. Because if you've been following me, you know I've been talking about buy now, pay later apps for a long time, like well over a year. And it's not that I'm against the actual service, I'm against people using them irresponsibly. Because a lot of people were just using it to overconsume and buy stuff that didn't really bring them no value, no benefit. And so they were digging themselves in a whole lot of debt. And although it didn't, go against your credit and probably didn't have no super high interest rate, if any at all, it was easy to kind of take advantage of. But I've always questioned like the business model. I'm like, how are they making money if they not charging interest? They not doing no credit checks. Like, people are steadily running off on the plug. And so I knew it, like, they can't operate at a loss, like, not for this long. So it's going to be interesting to see the actual details of how this going to unfold. I don't know if they're going to do it to current users or to any new users, or if they try to borrow any, more like new money, to slap it on somebody that already been having it or already, kind of got the debt or whatever. I think that'll be like a little, I don't know, but I would say unfair, but I don't know. We're going to see. But either way, you're going to have to tighten up on it because you don't want this to impact your credit score in a negative way.
If you use Afterpay, Klarna, or Affirm, the good times may be over. Until now, these accounts called Buy Now, Pay Later haven't impacted your credit score. So the accounts were easy to get, just to click on a website. And if you fell behind on the payments, there wasn't a credit hit to it. Sure, you'd be put into collections, but your score would not go down. But now FICO, the leading credit scoring company, has just launched new credit score models that for the first time ever incorporates buy now, pay later loan data. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are already integrating this data into their credit reports. It's not all good, it's not all bad, but here are the pros and cons. On the plus side, on-time payments are now going to help you build your credit, which is great, especially for people with thin or limited credit histories. People who pay their buy now, pay later loans on time can see an increase of up to 21 points on their credit score. But on the negative side, missed or late payments can now harm your credit score, just like with credit cards or other traditional loans. And multiple hard inquiries from opening several accounts in a short period of time can also lower your score. Each hard inquiry is visible to other lenders and may impact your ability to get approved for new credit. The era of buy now, pay later loans being invisible on your credit report is unfortunately behind us. Your repayment behavior is going to impact your credit score and your ability to access new credit.
$130 million is a lot of debt, y'all. If you're an old head, if you have any children, you have any nieces and nephews, or any young people in your life, or shoot yourself, we got to start being more financially aware out there, man. And we really got to get in our young people's heads, because we thought it was college was the reason why they was racking up this tremendous debt before they even get their life started. But coming to find out, it's just all these credit cards and all these afterpays and stuff is killing them. I think more people than you know are living off credit, and they living a big boastful life, but on the back end, man, they gonna be paying for it forever. I'm telling you, some people are after paying everything they buy, like literally everything.
Stop it. Get some help.
See, people get sucked in the loop of paying for everything with Afterpay, and now you're just basically paying an extra fee on top of everything. They're getting you somehow if you're using the app that much. And she thinks that she's getting boosted credit because she uses it so much. But I could tell you, I used it several times. One of the times to get the camera and the lens that I'm recording on right now. Paid it off a long time ago, and I don't use the app anymore. And because I don't use the app anymore, they done boosted my credit all the way up to $8,000 to try to get me to use this app. So believe me, ma'am, the more you use it, the more they gonna play games with you. If you just let it sit, they'll give you all the money in the world because they're trying to get you to come back. But I refuse to. But anyway, man, you don't want to fall into the trap. Because the real dangers of using these apps is they're just a trap.
Man, that Klarna and that Afterpay shit is a fucking trap. You would have the money fully ready to purchase some shit. You would get down to the bottom and it'd be like, pay with Klarna. A nigga like me be shit, since y'all begging for it. Then since you only paying partial, you be like, shit, I was finna spend this much anyway. I might as well get a couple more shirts or the pants to match, you know what I'm saying? You end up running up another little tab. Then a couple more days roll around. You around, grab you some little shoes or something. Then you see that green icon at the bottom. Pay with Afterpay. Yeah, let's do it. Next thing you know, you done ran up a mother tab on that shit. And you look up, you done around ran up 3 Klaranas, 2 Afterpays, and a month 1 PayPal paying for that you all got to pay off in the same week. You done ran up a car note worth of payments you got to pay back in these 2 weeks. And with the Klaranas and Afterpays, it'd be the fastest 2 weeks on the planet. The fastest 2 weeks you did ever live. That's why I say, man, be safe out here, man, and be responsible.
My payments were $1,250 a month on Affirm and Klarna, that is.
Are you insane?
When I started this thing at the end of March. 50. So yes, it can get worse. I really want to warn people about the pitfalls of buy now, pay laters. If you can do it responsibly, I mean, that's on you. I clearly could not do it responsibly. And will you think in your head, oh, $50 here, $15 here, but it all adds up and it gets out of control. And literally, I went viral for having 44 loans. And before that, it was like closer to 50. And I have it down to a little over 20 now, I believe. But I'm about to pay 8 off. I think it's 20. See, it's so hard to keep up with. And I know that you want it now. And sometimes you have to. Like, I've done groceries. I've done all kinds of crap on Affirm and Klarna. But it adds up, and then you are in a chokehold. And in some ways, it is worse than having credit card payments. It's crazy. $1,250 a month is what I was paying on Affirm and Klarna when I started this journey. That's crazy.
Affirm, Afterpay, and all them other pay now options are not it. And let me tell you why. Because I did Affirm, and I usually use all those websites and try to pay for items, or I actually pay for a vacation, and I paid off the whole vacation. And then I was like, okay, so this is good. So I did Affirm again for Great Wolf Lodge, and this is a big way on how to get in debt, because it's something that you forget about if
you don't set your pay to automatic to take out. And then you could also lose track of how many pays you did or purchases you do. You could lose track and just keep purchasing stuff and be like, okay, I'll pay after. I keep paying after. I keep paying after. And then you just go straight into debt, which your girl here is paying off $1,300 because I got myself in debt. So please don't be like me and don't do Afterpay or Affirm or anything of the sort. Stay out of trouble, you guys, because don't be like me. Don't get yourself into debt that you can't get out of. I mean, I can get out of because I trying to pay it off now, but don't get yourself into debt, you guys. Be smart about it. That's another way of credit card bills, except for it's not a credit card bill, it's an Afterpay bill. So don't do it. It's a scam, you guys. It's a scam.
You don't want to be sucked in. Just that fast they was sucked in. And before you know it, you could end up paying these apps major money over a number of years.
I have spent $32,196.23 on Affirm and Klarna since 2022.
What did you say?
I have spent $32,196.23 on Affirm and Klarna since 2022. And the big question is, what did I purchase? If you are new here, hi, my name is Diva and I am $107,000 in debt and I am the Affirm and Klarna girl. Yep. When I started this journey, I had $9,500 in debt to Affirm and Klarna. I now have it under $3,000 and we are about to pay off 8 of those suckers next week. But what did I purchase? This is a question everybody always asks. Honestly, everything under the sun. I have done groceries. I have purchased concert tickets. I have purchased Airbnb. I have gotten my car fixed on Affirm and Klarna. All kinds of stuff. I think I've even gotten gift cards for random stuff. You can pretty much purchase anything you want almost on Affirm and Klarna. And I do get questions like Affirm. Yes, I have 12-month plans. I have not purchased on anything on Affirm probably since last February, so it's been almost a year, and a lot of these are finally coming to the end, but also I've paid off a lot. I literally had like 50 of these when I started this journey in May. It's crazy. It's insane. I know what I'm saying is insane. However, I am saving my very last payment on Affirm. It was something that I actually don't regret spending money on. I regret financing it, but it was pretty big, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So I don't regret.
Debt is real. Debt is nothing you want to be running from for the rest of your life.
I'm going to be in debt my whole life.
And once you're really truly in debt, you pretty much become prey for everybody, man. You'll have financial advisors out there trying to take advantage of you. You'll have these apps trying to take advantage of you. You'll be getting the most ridiculous car loans when you go to get a car lot. You need to have double, triple the security deposit on your apartments and stuff. I'm telling you, man, you don't want to go in debt, especially going into debt over materialistic things or trips, things that you won't even have nothing to show for after you spend the money. So just give that a consideration. Like I said, I'm not knocking none of these services. It's just how you use these services. Be smart. You don't want to get caught up in the mix and end up ruining your life or setting yourself off track over some materialistic stuff that you didn't need to begin with, or a trip that you didn't need to begin with. So just take that into consideration and be careful when dealing with these apps. But anyway, man, this video is going to end just like all the other ones. Hit me up in the comments section. Let me know how y'all feel about everything y'all just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you'd have made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.
Open up your phone right now. Delete Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. You do not need any buy now, pay later apps. This is destroying your budget and it's going to keep you broke.